Hi, and welcome to the training on these goal templates that are found in your Intentional Man Planner. I wanted to just do a quick high-level training on these templates so you know exactly what each section means and how to fill them out. I really do think if you take the time to do these well and to fill out each section, it's going to set you up for success. So this is going to be a high-level overview. I'm going to kind of quickly go through these sections just so you know exactly what they are. So the first section here, we have 6 main life categories. So you're just choosing which one of these life categories you're actually setting the goal in. There's 6 here because a lot of times we focus on only health or the career and finance goals, and we forget about some of these other categories. So wanted to provide those for you where you can really take a full look at your life and maybe set some goals in some of these areas that you wouldn't necessarily think of. But just check the box for whatever category this specific goal falls into, and then move on to the next section, which is just writing the goal. So right here, this is where you're actually just writing down what the goal is. I want to lose 15 pounds by March 1st. Make sure it's really specific. Make sure it's measurable. We've probably all heard of SMART goals. You can use that framework to write these down. But make sure there's some sort of time key to it, where you have an end date or you have a frequency, the amount of time it can be. These can be achievement goals, where it is a specific, I want to lose 15 pounds by a certain date, or it could be a habit goal. I want to work out 5 days a week for 12 weeks. So this is where you're actually stating the goal. The next part here, this is really important. We need to connect with our why. There's going to be a lot of times where you don't feel motivated to do this, and you need to understand why this is important to you. So I would say just write as many things as you can here in this box. Why is this goal important to me? One thing I like to advise people to do is to ask yourself the question, why, 3 different times. So again, we can use that example. If you want to lose 15 pounds, ask yourself why. And maybe it's, I want to look better at the pool this summer. Okay, then ask yourself why. Why do you want to look better at the pool this summer? Well, I want to have confidence. Okay, ask yourself, why do you want to have confidence? I really want to believe in myself, believe that I have self-worth. So then you really kind of peel back the layers and figured out some of your deep whys. So I would just ask you to do that as you go through this. Ask yourself why 3 different times, and you'll usually uncover some layers there of why this goal is important to you. The next part here is just steps to get started. A lot of times when we set goals, they're pretty big. These are stretch goals. You know, we want to do something that stretches us, so they can feel a little overwhelming sometimes when you're when you're not in your comfort zone and things seem huge. It's hard sometimes just to get started. So what we want, these are 4 maximum easy steps that you can take, things that are in your comfort zone just to get the ball rolling. So continuing with our example of losing 15 pounds, maybe number 1 is just, I want to talk to a friend who just lost some weight and just ask them what they did. Pretty easy step, right? If somebody you know, you can easily do that. Step 2, find a workout plan, hire a personal trainer, hire a nutritionist. Any of those things are kind of some easier steps. Those aren't that hard. If you break them into these, it'll get you some good momentum. We also want to make sure we have a due date on when we're going to do those actions. And I would recommend making those as soon as possible so you can really jump into this goal. Okay, this is where we get down into some good planning. So these supplemental actions here, these are things that you can do to help you hit the goal. So think of them like triggers. So for this example of losing the weight, maybe you're having trouble getting up in the morning to go to the gym. A supplemental action could be to lay out your workout clothes the night before. Supplemental action could be to pack your food the night before. Could be to set your phone across the room, if that's your alarm, to set it across the room to make sure you don't snooze. Things like that, where it's, what are the actions I can take that are going to help move me towards my goal? So you're anticipating some of the challenges, some of the things that knock you off, putting in some trigger things, some easy actions that help you do it. So that's what you're going to be writing in the supplemental actions. Planning for obstacles. Usually when you're doing these goal templates, you're in a good headspace, you're in a good frame of mind, and so you're excited to do this. And so this is a good time to prepare for obstacles. A lot of times when the obstacles hit us and we make mistakes, when we get thrown off, is when we're tired, when we're hungry, we've had a hard day. And so then when we're faced with it, we don't make as good of decisions. So the point of this section is make the decisions ahead of time of how you want to react when certain challenges or obstacles come up. So again, for this, if you're trying to lose weight and eating out is a tough thing when you're with friends, then you're coming up with your plan now for what you want to do. And these are usually in kind of if-then statements. So an example would be, if I go out to eat with friends, then I will look at the menu ahead of time and choose what I'm going to order, right? So if I stay up late, taking care of work or something else, then I will still get up at 6 a.m. and work out. Or then I will work out at lunch. Then I will work out after work. You're coming up with your strategy right now when you're in a good frame of mind to anticipate all the future obstacles, all the things that could throw you off, and you're making a plan for them. So then when those things happen, the decision is already made. So that's planning for obstacles there. And then the last two boxes, pretty self-explanatory here, but when will I regularly review this goal? This is a big one. When our goals are out of sight, they're typically out of mind. So frequently reviewing this sheet will increase your chances of success. I would recommend you doing it daily, but at least weekly. Just taking a look at this thing, reconnecting with your why, getting clear on why you're doing it and what you're going for will help a ton. And then who will I share this goal with? This is a big one. Our chances of success go way up when we share our goals, when somebody knows that we're doing them, when they can hold us accountable, when they can encourage us, when they can provide support. Especially if you're married, your wife should know that you're going after these goals so that she can support you. And in case there's any lifestyle changes, that she's on board, that she's excited. Those are all big things to think through. So make sure you have at least one person that you're going to share this goal with to get that support, encouragement, and accountability. So there's the goal templates. Go ahead and fill those out, 1 to 3 of these for a 12-week period, and let's get after it.